Alright, let's get the party started. It's game 1, right? Always forget if game 1 starts at the bottom or the top in replay mode. Let me go check it. Fortnite tracker. Wipe off all the crumbs on my keyboard. Their first game, they got 2nd and 8th, so is this one. Cool. Let me tweet out my stream. Oh, where's my chat at too? There it is. Alright, cool. We should be good to go. Gotta move all this shit around. Excuse me, what was that sound? Whatever. Okay, close this. Close Discord. We should be good. Alright, yeah. So I'm trying to think. Peterbot is the IGL. Bylah is the Fragger. Bylah is on controller. So let me just write that down in the notes over here. Background footage or background details. Peterbot, IGL, Bylah. So we're gonna be looking about their decision making. Kind of how they're playing together as a duo, how the inputs kind of clash, and see how the controller and mouse and keyboard inputs, see if there's any different, like who holds. Obviously, you know, I'm guessing Peterbot's gonna hold the assault rifle. I don't even know where they land. I'm pretty sure they either probably land collider, if I had to guess. Where are they? Beauty. So I'm guessing they are going collider. Let's get this. I think they lane collider. So they both 50-50 the Henchman, which is important. So they're both aiming for the Henchman. So both contest the Henchman. Just in case if they are contested, I'm guessing, because they both landed on the Henchman. If they are contested by 1 or 2 people, I mean, it's a higher chance you scroll wheel it and grab it. I'm guessing it's the play, or even if like someone else contested them and they got the Henchman chest, and maybe there's a floor spawn out there that they grab. So we can both contested Henchman, which means double Conan advantage. What location? Wherever you land. That's fine. So they do get a kill early here, which I probably assume is the good thing about having 2 slurp trucks is that they can actually play like and get so much surge. It's ridiculous because they can just sit up here and tag everybody on the whole outside on this side over here, especially that these 2 teams are fighting. They can tag anybody they want. They can trade surge pretty much all the time and then just run back over here and get full shield again with the slurp truck. So it's pretty crazy. Like their surge is pretty good early game in terms of looking at this team over here. I don't think there's really any other teams around them. Anyone at this split over here? Probably, eh? I'm not sure. Bylah's got the AR. They got no tags so far. And obviously, this game is going to be a fucking yacker. Oh, no. They kill the Schlum. Curious to see who gets the mythic. I'm guessing, I mean, I don't know. Peterbot's aim is fucking nuts. And Bylah is also in controller. Probably has good aim too. Let's turn down the sound here so I can actually hear myself. Oh, and it's still loud as shit. Wonderful. Yeah, so they give it to Peterbot, which makes sense. I mean, what? Hitscan / better AR. Keyboard. I mean, this is still pretty basic stuff. By the way, if anyone is watching or anyone joins in and you have any comments on either what I'm talking about or whatever, feel free just to type whatever, even about anything. Looks like they're just looking for Surge now. I mean, the brick is insane here. I'm guessing everything's insane here. Drum striker, I mean. It's interesting Peter's rocking the drum, not Bylah. Maybe he's just holding the drum right now until he gets another striker. So he gets a kill here coming up. Oh, it's because this guy basically gives him a freebie. Gold striker, holy shit. This place is fucking stacked. It's interesting that Bylah isn't helping him right now. Like, if I was Peterbot, I'd be like, yo, I need you to fucking look at me right now. That's the thing about these, like, open spots that could easily go wrong, is that if Peterbot is here, and let's say that this guy isn't all the way over here, and he's more positioned, like, over here, then that's, like, an easy fucking 3, 2, 1. You crack him, you knock him, and that's it. Your game one's fucking griefed because these guys just sit and spray you. So that's why it's kind of scary with these open spots over here. I mean, what you could do is either you build preemptively. So you have a fuck ton of God Rocks here, so you can even just build like if this was the reboot van, you just build around it just so you don't get tagged at all. But it doesn't really matter because, again, they do have all of the extra shields all around here. But you just don't want to get, like, annihilated, like 3, 2, 1, and you're dead, which is always an option. So you got to be careful of that. But I feel like the game plan would have been either to proactively block off any shots that they could have, or have Bylah in a better position just to cover Peterbot in case something does happen. Let's write that down. If cover your teammates when they are farming in the open. Obviously, this is only really counts in like big POIs like this, like POIs where it's open in, you're gonna be conned, you're gonna be splitting it. But it is kind of important as well in like if you're landing like Pleasant Park, for example, even though that's not on the map. Let's do Sleepy. And you're over here and you're looting like this side and your team's over here and the other team's like on this side and they sneak up on you. If you have a teammate that's all the way over here and you're looting here and he gets 3, 2, 1, you have to sprint all the way over to get to him to help, and he can easily get hopped in on with the double SMG's drum and end up dying. So yeah, here is just basically, I mean, I'm not saying they're exchanging Surge, but you don't want to push that fight, so it does make sense just to tag them up, go for shots. Don't even bother with that bot. Then this is conned as well from someone else. Nice. Easy Surge. I mean, having this Mythic Og is so good for Surge, it's ridiculous. Like, that 2 tag there is 70 damage. Who's on the hill? I'm curious to see if that's Trashy or a Tilted team up here on the hill. Fabled Taco. So that, I'm pretty sure they were contesting. They had some weird ass split up here on the hill. But I think in most cases, Peterbot and Bylah don't get these Tilted Hills. I mean, the Tilted Hills are really good. They're really good to get. But I think in most cases, they're just not going to get them because this hill is fought over by a lot of teams. And like I've seen when I was watching Grands at like Acorn and Edgy would try to contest here as well. But honestly, I don't think they need it because of all the Surge they can get on the teams in here. I mean, I'm sure these guys are already back at full over here. Yeah, they have so much. Everyone has so much shields that it's like literally doesn't even matter. In there, you can kind of exchange Surge pretty easily, freely. Let's just turn down some stuff. I'm not trying to fucking sag right now. Because they should have good Surge. I mean, I don't know how many tags I've seen so far, but they should be absolutely chilling so far on Surge. Let me make sure I have everything closed because I'm not trying to lag here. There it is. I have Blitz open. And Steam. Holy. Close all that. Mid. So they get all their metal there. I mean, the slurp truck's still up, so they can stay here, honestly, and just get tags on people nearby. I mean, they know that this spot's going to be, or over here is going to be really hot, and there might be some teams that might try to get here. But I think they're, what is Bylah? Okay, Bylah is looking for Surge while Peterbot farms. That's, I mean, that's interesting, I guess. Peterbot does have the Mythic, so I feel like it should have been Bylah down there farming. But at least they're still, like, they're not both farming, which is very important. So let's put that down. One teammate farms, another looks for Surge. Never both farming. Let's look at the loadouts. Makes sense, honestly. You do, like, one player does definitely need the SMG, just because if you do get height, I mean, if having double augs on height is like, I don't know, it sucks pretty hard, because you can't really pressure second height. So if they are looking for it, then you have to like fucking land like a double dink or some shit on them. So definitely having SMGs is for sure important if you're going to be playing height. Not really much. They're just, I think they're just could be chilling here, looking for Surge on everybody. We'll see how much they're above. Love kegs, huh? Arson gets fucking annihilated, and they still got zone. Let's just look at zone. I mean, they're in a pretty good position. I don't know. I'm curious to see what they do if they end up going for the rotate and hitting this and flying out. Downside, I mean, you are in grands, so everyone probably has really good aim. So if you do fly out through here, you're probably going to get annihilated in the air and end up getting knocked. So it might not be the play to fly out unless you see like these two teams are also flying out and then these guys are shooting them and you might be able to sneak through. But for anyone else, this is kind of scary. Like these people out here, this is fucking kind of terrifying. Because you're going to have to go somewhere around here. All these teams are going to be based up somewhere around here. Because you're not going to want to cross the river. And if you're over here, you probably want to go around tilted and get over here. Because the river's fucking scary. This is like danger zone right now, all of this. We have so many teams based up on these hills all the way around here. Running up through here, you're going to have to like fucking full tarp. We'll see. I mean, having this natural rotate is, I mean, they can stay here easily and just hold everyone and tag them all that all has to rotate. Oh, geez, that's 26. Hell yeah, brother. Watching the young goats, Bylah and Peterbot, literally. I don't even know how old Peterbot is. I'm pretty sure he's young. And Bylah, honestly, both of them. Pretty sure that team all the way out there still has to rotate. They do. This is a grief fest over here. These people need to be rotated as soon as possible. I mean, let's just fly over. I know this isn't Peterbot and Bylah, but over here is a fucking... These guys are griefing. Because they're going to get held by everybody that's already in zone, which I guess is only Peterbot, so it's not that bad. But, I mean, Peterbot does have the Mythic Og, so you can get annihilated pretty quick. But at least they can get Surge. I mean, are they down on Surge? They must be. I'm not sure. I can't see. But really, these guys have created like such a fucking choke point for everyone that's over here. Because it's like, okay, these guys aren't rotating, so now we have to either full tarp and try to make it in. But let me see what they could do. I mean, they could use the trees pretty easily. Try to maybe loop right. It's either you go directly at them and you hug underneath them and try to like get in like this, or you loop right, and then you oh, well, actually that actually looks pretty nice. running right now, using the trees, LOS, and then someone's already built in over here, so you just run right, and then now you're like here, which you're in. Peterbot and Bylah can fucking annihilate you though, so maybe you try to go right more, somewhere over here. Maybe even get into Collider and fly on out later on. Something like that would be the rotate. But these guys, I mean, we'll see if they get punished for it. I mean, they end up fighting here, but this is like a greedy position to stay. I mean, they are close to zone, I guess. But then you fuck yourself for the next rotate too. I'd rather get as deep as I can into zone, so the next rotate's easier, rather than going for surge now. I mean, they're above, so I don't really know why they're still here. But let's go back to Peterbot and Bylah. So now Narwhal next, you have to rotate, and we'll see if they get fucked for it or not. Oh, now they go use the slurp truck. Oh, and they get rolled for it anyway. So they're actually kind of missing crucial time right now. The fact that they both jump down for the slurp is that they're missing a fair amount of fighting over here. That could have been kills, but doesn't really matter. Oh, that rotate is horrendous. It's a clusterfuck over here. Dear God. $250 above is like pretty like they can still look a bit more because all Bylah like fucking the Augs are just, you need to tag like one person once. And then the second bullet will hit, and that's like 60 surge. Especially with the mythic, that's like 70. If you dink them, then it's fucking nuts. I think the plan is to fly. I mean, I'm guessing it is. I mean, you can't go too early, because if you fly out early and you're the first team to fly out, then everyone's just gonna fucking clack you in the air. So you kind of have to wait a bit. We'll see if they end up just fucking sending it. What are they doing? Just chilling? I guess Peterbot jumped the gun and went a little bit too early. They're getting a little late. Everyone's already hitting it here. They gotta run it right now. I mean, yeah, that was fine. Everyone's flying. This is a clusterfuck back here. That's how you grief like, this is a mess. Oh, I love replay mode. Awesome, we didn't get to see. I mean, they're in a really good spot. Center zone. Probably gonna get next zone. Honestly, not really much to talk about. They just pulled the zones, used the collider to rotate in. Chilling. Now they look back for all the teams that either got cracked, because a lot of these teams are probably like, let me go back to them. Let's go over, where are we at over here? A lot of these teams are probably a little bit low. I mean, look at Nexi, just because these are the teams that were fighting all the way back here, and then they rotated in and get fucking cracked and lasered on the way over, and then they get to Collider, and then now they're all fighting here because they're all so late. So now they all have to get in after that, and they all are probably going to want to land close, because if you're low, you don't want to be fucking flying in the air and to get lasered. So a lot of these teams are probably pretty shambles. Either shambles or fucking, you know, lost a teammate, low on health. I mean, look at all of them. Missing shield, low on whites. Nexi's almost dead over here. Sphinx is alone. This side is a pretty scuffed sentry. Down here is also like kind of fucked. Death and these two guys are chill. But everyone else is kind of scuffed. And that's just because of the positioning all the way back here on like first or second zone. Because they fought all the way back here. Now they're all here kind of scuffed. So free kills. If you look this way, you're able to recognize that everyone's going to be kind of shambles over there. Okay, they're in right on edge. Which is fine. I mean, they could rotate in bit more maybe, but I wouldn't, just because, I mean, this is perfect. We know everybody on this side is fucking shambles. We know everyone over here is low as shit and fucking shambles, or at least most of them are. So it's free kills looking back this way. I mean, I don't know if they get kills. Peterbot does get one. So maybe we just recognize what teams are fucked or what teams are shambles. What teams have been fighting and are shambles, and where they are / have rotated to. How the fuck did I get the Mason? Where's our boy at? There they are. So I'm guessing they knocked someone out of the air here. Below, Jesus. Fine, all these teams have to rotate. It's fucking shambles. I mean, look, all those teams that were on that edge there just got fucking annihilated, and all that is based on the fucking positioning all the way out here. Basically, what Narwhal and Nexi did, like right over here somewhere, how they zoned out all those teams, just fucking griefed them all because they just all got in so late and had to fight at Collider and all the way in. Yeah, everyone on that side just got fucked for it. Zone pulls and to fucking Narnia. Holy, that is horrible. That is very bad. I mean, it might be like pad, get to the mountain, either run around the mountain or slide down if you can get on top of it. Then you kind of enter right here. Recycle a pad. I mean, they could maybe try. They're in a really bad spot as well because they have to go up this little lip here. So it might be to go up a bit, go up, then pad. Because you don't, if you can get up like 3 layers, then you might as well. And they have whites, they can go for this too. We'll see. It's either recycle, pad, run ahead, pad now, slide down. Someone just padded over there. Oh, they padded. We didn't even get to see it. I'm guessing they padded. Got their front. They're not in yet, but I mean they're very close. Now it's just find a good layer and going in from there. Nice. Everyone's holding their shit just in case. So let's just write that down. Hold your walls while they are building and finding a new layer. Because if he's not holding his wall there and then someone sprays them, then that's fucking it. And you want to leave the center wall open just in case you do want to go for a pre-edit play. So it's just something, a little note there. So leave in a 2x1, right? Yep. Leave the center wall open so you can go for a pre-edit play. Just a little note. See? I mean, they don't need to force anything because they got the materials early on, or from that body that they tanked for. So they don't really need a refresh, but I mean, pro players are always looking for refreshes. You should be. Always like on the hunt. It just depends like how hard you have to grief for the refresh. This zone is bad. They have a pad? No pads. So this is going to be recycle central here. They might have a pad above. This is going to be, you're hunting for a recycle. No one on this side has a recycle. You're fucked. But hopefully someone does. Okay, so they probably own that that floor there, I'm guessing. Do they have a pad and it's just not popping up? Because this is looking like they have one. No, they don't. They heard a pad over here. Now it's just fucking find it. He looks back, make sure Bylah's okay. So it seems like so far it was just Tarp to find a pad. So Tarp on max pulls to find a pad. Landing low, grabbing walls. He needs Bylah ASAP. There he is. Golden. 148 below. It's hard to tell, but I think they're kind of on the dead side of moving. Right side, I'm guessing. Left side looks fucking chaotic. Getting surge like in moving is like honestly pretty easy. Unless you're like fucking 500 below or some shit. Brief the trees right below. That's principle. I'll write that down, even though it's kind of, I don't know if it's gonna be in next season, but shooting down the trees before. I mean, pulls all the way across. I mean, this is just fucking smart as shit. The rotating. Let me go drone free. Fuck. So they're all the way down here. Zone pulls diagonal. Your options are either go straight across like this into the mess. I mean, they could go up. Obviously, someone's on height, and if the height team sees anyone going up, they're gonna spray you. You can't really go to the left, so it makes sense to go straight like this and then cut in, because now you're on the fucking front side of zone and you can kind of start cutting in like this. And once zone does turn like this, you'll be on like the dead side where you're going, which is good. Oh, this is Avery. Where's our boys at? This is playing to the dead, playing on dead side, moving. Definitely do need a refresh, I think. Actually, Bylah got a fair amount of mats. A lot of hards, but enough, I guess. Playing together, which is fucking super important. So looks like they go off here. So they're on low ground. You have to stay together and literally stay at the hips when you're on low ground together. Nice, they get a kill on cold. And they hop in on scented. And they get a little bit of a refresh. And the thing about low ground is that as soon as you get a kill on there, all the other low ground teams like recognize that you're fighting, so they're all just gonna try to fucking hop in on you. So it's good to be able to get the mats and just keep going. Even if you don't get all the mats, just get some of the mats and keep going. Because if you like focus too heavily on the body on low ground, you're gonna get fucked. So don't focus too heavily on getting the body on low ground. Keep moving forward. Pretty much just staying together. Bylah at some point dropped the AUG out for a striker, which makes sense. So if you have the option, drop AR for, or like the option, pick up a striker / shotgun. Obviously the strikers are a lot better in my opinion in Endgame, because more people are like below the point, or like the point where you can one shot them, so it's easier to like, you hit a headshot, you might fucking, yeah, one tap them like this. Huge. So Peterbot needs a med mist ASAP unless they're saving it for a heal off. Okay, Bylah's just slaying out. I think they get second here. And they don't have any materials. I mean, Bylah does have his med mist, so he could have given that to Peterbot way earlier, or at least have gone for some sort of med mist play. Is an option. I don't know if it would have been the best option, but it is an option. So maybe if you have whites, tank storm. I mean, they're gonna get second either way, especially if they fight with how low Peterbot is. So you might as well go for a med mist play and see what happens. It might work out, it might not. All right, now on to game 2. Now I'm not gonna be talking as much about some of the stuff from game 2, just because I did cover a lot in game 1, but we'll see. So they get 8 kill third. Fire, and they're already on them. So they get another kill early, so they're getting their surge again early off of the team that's fighting. So I think that's important to make a little note of. Through game 2, recognizing what is contested around you and using that for early kills / surge. This also applies to like not only grand lobbies. Like if you're flying into Collider or any POI and you recognize that a split nearby or another part of your POI is contested, then you can always look for that surge or even an easy elimination. You yoink their kill, something like that. Wonder if they're matching skills or matching skins. All right, where are our boys at? They are matching skins. Superhero, gray matching. That's a little trick just to speed up the slurp process. I mean, they're efficiently farming and looted. I know it's like it doesn't seem that important, but the fact that Bylah lands on the slurp truck to pickaxe it a bit, and the fact that Peterbot pickaxes the floor underneath to break the chest so he gets metal and he gets loot, is just little like POI tricks, you could say, just to increase the time. And so because they do that, I mean, it might be milliseconds, but it all adds up. Now they can look ahead for surge. They can position like better. It's just like little like I don't know how I don't know what the fucking word is for that, but like little things with the POIs to speed up timing. So like playing for timing, and I'll just put playing for timing because I can't think of the fucking word. But I'm guessing they just get another kill over here on users and Sineto. We were fighting. Or I guess it's Skittles and users now. With Sineto and his teammate went down. I mean, if this was like not grands right now and this was like opens or whatever, they could realistically push this if they wanted to. I mean, obviously right now it's user Skittles, so it might be a little bit of a grief to push it. But we do know that they just fought, and the fight was a little bit long, which kind of suggests that they took their shield, they kind of looted up a bit, and then they fucking battled for a bit. So they should be kind of like lower in terms of like materials and even weapons or something like that. But as we can see, Peterbot learned from game 1. He's now already building off his side, so that's good. So he's learning from his mistakes in game 1. Locking off Skittles / who's Skittles teammates? Users. Well, I'm guessing the kill is either someone out of the air. Maybe runs over to Coney and gets stretch, or he just kills Skittles in them. Yeah, that's it. Who lasered him? Is that all Peterbot? No way. Oh, he's getting tagged from scented and cold pads, and then yeah, he's dead. All right, well that's just, I mean, someone was flying, looked up, killed them. Now he gets the loot from these guys. I mean, that's the joys of playing the side that they're on, is that really, if you think about it, someone is taking this split. Is that Fable Taco? Yeah, and Golden, because they kind of like fucking yoinked some of the Call Me split. So they're taking this, and takes a while to loot. So you don't really have to worry about these guys keying you unless it's like down bad, like fucking 11th game. I mean, these guys were in last place, or like not last, but like pretty close there, and they didn't key over ever into Collider. So maybe they don't key, but you don't really have to worry about anywhere else. I mean, Coney's fighting, so you're chilling. Just really like this side here can get tagged from, I mean, the Fortress is always looking for Surge. Just base up here, tag anybody in this POI, but especially people that are close. Even like Shifty, this mountain's close to tagging people on this side. Then obviously the bridge can tag people as well. So they did the best spot, and then users made a sound, and that's it. And now they have easy kills off spawn. Now they're fucking chilling. Curious to see if they stay in Collider or if they rotate out. I mean, they can always fly out. If they were to leave like right now, what's their loot? I mean, they could leave right now. Leave right now and see if they can get maybe like the Sanctuary Hill over here, or somewhere in the Call Me split, one of these hills. I mean, the tilted hills are always taken so early. You'll never get those unless you land tilted or you land really close. But then again, it is always good to stay at Collider and stay here and farm Surge on everyone around, because you can kind of greed out, because you do have this second slurp here, and you do also have a fuck ton of heals. So I guess the play would be can greed positioning if you have a fuck ton of extra shields. By the way, all these notes will be in the description of the YouTube video that I will upload right after this. So however long this is, I mean, it might take a fucking year and a half to upload, but we'll see. And they also don't really need to position in right away either, just because they do have the 2 kills off spawn. But even Peterbot here's fighting over here, and he just goes for some tags on people. So I guess being aware enough of any teams fighting nearby and getting some tags. Jesus. One pad. Surprised. Honestly, thought they would have more. Again, they can tag people for free here and do whatever and they can build like crazy, because there's a million God Rocks here. So Surge should not be a problem if you land here, because you have all the resources to get fucking cracked like 100 times. Maybe I think someone's shot the slurp truck, so maybe if you have slurp truck, build it off, like block it off like you do with cannons. Because I'd imagine Golden and Taco just shot it. So maybe you just build it off a bit with metal. I mean, you have a fuck ton of metal, you might as well build it off. Because now they only have like the fucking shield around them. But of course, there's so much of that, you can just run around, pick it all up, come back. There's a keg, you're chilling. Good, Peterbot comes to help. Now they can just sit here and refarm because they have so much. So hypothetically, if they did leave earlier, they would be somewhere over here. I'm not sure if they would have gotten this mountain. I guess Bucky landed Bugle, and Kanata and Adriz have the Lambo. I don't know where Suscript and Haji lands, but They might be somewhere over here already if they rotated then, but they would have a lot less surge. So rather than focusing on surge early where they are now, they'd have to focus it over here on the teams rotating in, which is fine. You can easily do that. A lot of teams still have to rotate in, obviously, especially because even where this zone pulled, I mean, most of the teams have to rotate in. So I'm guessing the play is just to refarm while one person goes for tags. And then they can focus. Oh, wow. That gun is not fucking balanced. And then they can focus literally all of their attention on rotating. Fire with cannons. I'm guessing they don't go high because you don't want to get annihilated in the air, especially in the higher lobbies or even in any lobby. So, I mean, if you don't have to fly / pull glider, don't. Now it's a fucking free rotate, open field, checking where people are, building when they're getting shot. Your bot gets kind of tagged up a bit, way above on surge. Should go way deeper. There's no reason for them to sit on the edge. And you get a hill. Nice. So they picked this hill because there's metal nearby. So I guess pick natural elevation with refarmable materials nearby. That way, one teammate goes up for surge and the other goes and looks for and refarms. Well, I guess maybe not. They don't even refarm. I guess they're only down a bit. Now they just sit here and take all the teams that have to rotate in. Do you have VODs on? I'm in class. I don't, but I'm gonna upload this all to YouTube. Here, let me type it in. I don't know if you can hear me. I'm going to upload it to YouTube after this stream. And I think I do. Yeah, actually, I'm pretty sure I have VODs on. I mean, the rotate here is kind of like probably just breaking okay commands. I don't even know what commands I have. I need to fix all my commands, honestly. If you don't know my YouTube, it's just like, let me fucking see if I can even type it and remember it. Something like that. I hope that works. But the rotate is pretty simple. This fucking contraption here is kind of scary. I don't really know what is happening here. Yeah, I'm subbed already. Awesome. I think you added me in someone's chat recently. I think that was you, or unless it was someone else with a name like that. But the rotate is pretty chill. I mean, if they want, they can just go straight in like this. They're gonna have to build here unless they hug one of these sides. But probably have to build off because you don't know if there's a team up here. And then once you get to here, you just use the sanctuary build-in, and you can probably get all the way up to here. And then now you're chilling, because if it pulls anywhere over here, you can either A, leave ASAP, or B, just wait for people to pad, wait for people to come to you to pad. Maybe clicks and day, leave early, and then you follow them, something like that. And then if it pulls anywhere back here, like if it pulls back, then you just hold all the teams that are over here, because when they fly out, you just laser them. Could be an option, but we'll see what they do. Oh, beauty. Oh, fucking someone sign me right now. Rotating through, aim your rotate to break line of sight against established people, bases. Let's do bases. Dude, and they can refarm all the way through here if they want. They can stay here. I mean, I pull all the way in. Yo, thank you for the follow, by the way. Shit, I missed that. Thank you for the follow, II and Dwazi FN. If I ever make it as a big streamer, I'm fucked. Like, absolutely fucked. Because my language skills are very limited. Especially my pronouncing words. Game over. Game over some of these names. That's name not even bad. Dwazi. Hope it has to be that. Wazzy, D, Dwazi. Maybe the D silent. Anyway, thank you for the follow. When will it upload? That depends. Honestly, my internet's pretty like iffy. So it depends on how long this goes for. If it's like gonna be like fucking 4 hours long, then I'll be up late tonight. Or early tomorrow morning. But I'm pretty sure I have VODs on. I mean, you can check right now if I do. I'm pretty sure I have, yeah, honestly, I'm like 90% sure I have VODs on. Okay, we just missed that rotate because I was talking. But, I think it was pretty fine. I mean, I think they already would have been somewhere close to this position if they had rotated. Yeah, they would have been right here. Which I guess is, I mean, if they did that full rotate that I said, they'd be here. And the rotate's pretty free. Down here, over here. Now you can even get to this building here, and now you're all the way over here, chilling. Because there's no one over here, and you can even refarm this and base up. It's kind of bad for search because of the trees here, so maybe you don't go all the way here. And instead you pull up here, and either go here with the rocks over here. That's more in the open. Obviously, they don't know. There could be players in these fucking grass and bushes. I mean, sitting in the grass is very bad because sometimes it doesn't render for people far away. So like Vert over there might be able to like see you just fucking sitting there in the open, and then you get annihilated. But the bushes are always a play, and pros do sometimes sit in bushes. But it is fourth, I guess, so being on edge is better because if you get it, then you're chilling. But it seems like the play is always just rotate early, base up on natural elevation, look back for tags. Did not want to click sus script. You seem scuffed right now. Where's our boys at? There they are. So they're way above, and the kills here looks like Bylah goes off again in terms of kills. If they had a harpoon, they might be able to get some of that, which they don't really need. A lot of fighting above. So they could be right now kind of center of fourth right here, which means they're 100% not going to get half. Or they're going to be close to it wherever it does pull, but they're not going to get it. But being here means that you probably, like, if you do get it, then you get it, and if you don't, then it's max. But if they get half right now, yeah, if they got it, then they're not really height even, because this team would be height because they just fucking go bop bop bop, and now they're all way above you. Now this rotate is, I mean, it's either pad, recycle pad, or find a way to break LOS. So it might be an option to run over this hill, base up here. So base up here and break for a few seconds. Then you look around and you see, okay, where people are positioned. So now I'm looking for people. There's a lot of people over here, and there's also Marrow and Booga that are close. So where is that at? I think you'd be like right here, right? So you're looking over here, you see Marrow, Booga, and you think, okay, if I can get to this spot here, now I'm here, and I can refarm a bit, and then I can build to here, and then build, and then run in, and now you're over here somewhere on kind of dead side, which is an option. So, but you would have to run up to here and get the information yourself, and then make the run. So you go here to here to here, or even under the bridge if you wanted to break more line of sight. But then you get closer to these teams, which is kind of scuffed. And then you could run, build, build, build. You'd have to build. This is if you don't have a pad and no one has a pad around you. And then you'd be like right here. Honestly, you'd probably be on the supply drop or close to it. So you might even be able to get that. But we'll see what they do. If they do that again, I'm a genius. So they're here and fighting, constantly looking for any fight in. So they're always spraying the fights. Spraying nearby, fighting. Never know, you get some easy fucking surge kills, whatever. Of course it lags right in the fucking replay. I'm guessing that, yeah, they padded. Okay. I mean, you have the pad, you might as well use it. Landing there is kind of scary. I mean, I think it's definitely the best option, but it is a little scary. Because if they landed and like these guys and if anybody over here started spraying at them, they're getting fucking lobbied. And their only option would be to either I don't know, they have to go towards one of the teams. But this could have gone very poorly or very badly, because look at all the teams that can fucking spray them if it gets crazy. But then again, also landed in this clusterfuck, then you have people below you, above you, you can get dropped down. So might have been the play to go like, not high, but like mid and back a bit or something like that. But you also have to think about the next rotate too. So the next is what, moving, right? This is a half, yeah, moving. So next is moving. So if they do get moving, then they're on low ground, which is fucking probably bad because it's a water zone. And if you're high up in this case, so if you're any of these teams that land up here, so let's say they landed like in this box and they moved out a bit and then now they're like floating like right there. If they landed there and any of these teams below them have a pad, then they can easily recycle the pad because they can just jump off it and recycle and go. So lane and low ground, questionable, but I mean Peterbot and Bylah, Peterbot is a pro, so we'll see if he knows something I don't. God, you love this mythic. See what zone pulls. Straight across. That's disgusting. See what I would do. We'll see what they do. Alrighty. Alright. So they do honestly have a little bit of a better rotate than the guys up here. The guys up here would be playing for pads. And down here, they kind of have the option where they can get a little bit of a head and then look for a pad. So either A, you look for someone who has a pad back here, which is only 2 teams, so they may or may not have a pad. Or B, you try to make it across here. So even just like this is scary too, because if you leave too early and any of these teams recognize that, then you're going to get fucking sprayed. So it might be just waiting maybe until... Oh, his zone pulls this way. Fuck. I'm not even looking the right way. Alright, so everyone's fucked. No one's got zone. So someone's 100% padded out of this mix. So Agers, what? Acorn and Edgy are fucking chilling. I guess Agers is here too. Because they're at the top, so they can look for whatever pads used. They should be able to hear it and then run to it and look for it. So that's just an added plus of being on top. Peterbot, I'm fucking curious. Either these guys pad, or they're going for a little... deadside Michael Phelps right now and swimming across. Because if they can get to here, then it's smooth sailing from there. But they just have to make their way all the way across. Do they have a pad? No, they don't. Nice. Look back, find a pad, go up, you're chilling. Tank storm a bit, might as well. So I guess that's a good play. Tank in some storm for front side from and moving pulls far. Oh, fucking Bylah goes down. Let's see what happened there. I know it fucking lagged out, but I'm curious to see what happened. Please don't lag. Of course. Someone yoinks this wall from them. Oh, so that's their wall. It is their wall. Yeah, they just own the doubles. And that was it. Let me see if I can go back just a little bit. I'm trying to see if Peterbot could have done anything. So that breaks. Bylah should be running ass. And Peterbot blocks him. And then he dies. Okay. I guess Peterbot griefed this one. 100%. I think he just thought Bylah was on the other side of the wall, and he tried to block it off for him so he could leave. But that didn't work out. Honestly, there's not really anything to say about that. It's just unlucky that Bylah wasn't closer to the wall. I guess it could have been maybe Bylah should have been a little bit more aware of what pieces he owned. But we didn't really get to see how it, like, what led up to that because of the lag. Now we get to see how he goes a solo on low ground, which is scary. So these guys know he's a solo. Zone pulls far. He's got a lot of mats. He needs a striker. I would 100% rather a striker right now. Let's turn this down a bit. I don't know how loud this is. Runs in early. I mean, sprinting, mantling makes fucking solo rotates like so easy. Utilizing, sprinting, and sliding to quickly reposition. Because you can easily get to like front side or like close to front side just by sprinting. So instead of like in the past, you'd have to fully tarp that or like try to psycho your way across. But now you can just sprint it and bust ass. Striker would be so much more nicer right now for him instead of a drum. Unless he's gonna hop in, which he can. Sprinting, jumping, nuts. Does that really well. Has whites too, so he can play the storm if he wants. The band-aids are kind of useless unless he gets like annihilated. But he's always looking down, trying to find this fucking shambles solo. Like that. Gets a refresh. So it's always rotating ahead. Looking back. There's shambles enemies. Now he has a little bit more mats to play with. And here's a lot of people cracking below him, so he can look down there if he wants to. That's what he is going to do. Having a striker, crazy. Does have to reload the drum, I think. Playing a hard placement here. He's not forcing anything. Like, sure, he does need a refresh, but getting these placement points are way more important when he can just wait for these guys to fight and then clean this up. So that's a good thing to do when solo in endgame. Let other teams fight, then you clean up. So he let, I don't know how to pronounce this, but he let Yamzo and Polo fight, and then now he just fucking gets a kill. Knows one of them's a solo. Easy kill. A little bit more mats. And then Larson just did exactly what he did. Waited for Peterbot to fight. And then fucking popped a shot on him. Didn't kill him though. He does go down here. And it's... Ooh. It's front. Nice. Just a duo left? Yeah, okay, cool. I mean, he could have played still a little bit more and let them fight a little bit more, but it was the same premise of just trying to fight when they're fighting, because he doesn't know who's knocked out of this. So it could be like a 1v1 and Donnie could be the last one left, and he, or it's like a 1v1v1 and they're both one shot. He kills Donnie, then kills the other guy and wins. That could have been what happened, but he doesn't know. Either way, he fucking clutched up massively in game 2. Now we're into game 3. Nope, that's not who I wanted. Alright, they go down pretty early. Or not early, like 26th. Let's see what happens. I might do this for every major tournament that happens, because honestly, it's pretty fun. Is that weird? It's fun to fucking VOD review. See if anyone liked my tweet. Well, this loads. Actually, I'm pretty sure there's a cash cup on today. Like, is the finals on today? Feels bad. Wait, did I even tweet that out? Or does everyone just hate me? I did. Feels bad. So let's go through again and see what went wrong. See if we can find like the point in the game where it was like they're going to die. If it was a decision they made earlier, or if it was just fucking shit happens and they fucking just got rolled. So they go down here, so they definitely got out of spawn. They don't get their early kill anymore, so that's interesting to see. This is what I mean with timing, is that they just, I mean, Peterbot breaks this so he gets metal and farm. Now they're just fucking into their looting routes. Good to scan just to see where they are, and you get the idea if they're conned or not. Nice, gets the flops. Helps out Peterbot with the bot. Wonder if they still go for any early or any tags on them at all. It's weird that they aren't like hard looking at them. Not blocking Skittles and users off this time. See? Come on. He had it right. Didn't block off Skittles / users. Got tagged for it. So game 1 he did that, got tagged. And game 2 he blocked himself off. In game 3 he must have forgot. Which is fine. We'll see if he does it game 4. They don't even fight that other bot. I don't even know what he does. So right now I don't think they have any surge. Maybe like 50 if I missed the tag or something. Now Peterbot kind of bases up and he can start looking for some surge here. Curious to see if the slurp truck gets broken again from another team. So Bylah caps out Peterbot. That could just be because he's IGL, obviously, or it could be because he's the one that is in charge of looking for surge. I think it's just because he's it could be both, I guess. So let's just write that down. Cap out the player, the main player that is in charge of getting surge. In this case, it would be keyboard and mouse player. But I mean, maybe some controller players are crazy and can get surge too. So now they're center. So this is just exchanging surge and chilling. Bylah's probably just down here farming. Yep. We'll see if they get to use the slurp cannon or someone shoots it. Breaking any trees around so you can more clearly see. Ooh, what a fucking laser. My god. I mean, at this point, all these teams surrounding them. No, I don't. Can I turn this out to be away? Get off my screen. Please get off my screen. Alright, please. Thank you. All right, so fuck, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, all these teams should kind of have an idea that, I mean, Peterbot and Bylah have done this every single time so far. So if any of these guys hop in the VODs, they would know that going anywhere around here is fucking terrifying, and you should not do that because every single zone so far, they've based up right here. So if anyone gets knocked from over here that is a team nearby, that's on them because they should be able to recognize that Peter and Bylah will be based up right here and they will tag us with a mythic og. So I guess this only goes for kind of set lobbies, but hop in the replays to find consistent patterns that people do around you. Set lobbies. This can be applied to opens, but it's got to be a lot more like, sure, this is something they could do, but it's not something that they've 100% done every single time. That's just like the big difference, because let's say that I'm a Collider team and I VOD review Bylah and Peterbot, and Collider's still in the game next season and it's the exact same season, which will be fucking horrible. But let's say it is. And I might go, okay, every single game we're going to go out and we're do exactly what Peterbot and Bylah did. Now, if I'm trashing Glaze over here, and I know that Peterbot and Bylah do that, even though they might not be in my game, and I might be a little bit more careful of running into this area because there's a chance that they could be based up there. Because you have to think about it. Not only are you VOD reviewing pros to learn your POI and where they go, but other people are doing that for their own POIs. So it's important that not only you know what your team that lands there does, but also what the teams around you do as well. So this zone is, I'd say this, honestly, this is a fine zone. I'd say that the worst zones for them is probably like deep south. Like anywhere down here is bad because the Collider can only get them so far. But again, this isn't bad. I mean, the plan would probably just hit this and then either get to the right here. Probably because, I don't know, it's kind of scuffed with these people. Based up. But get Surge, they got the keg popped. Not sure if it was done early or... And the play has to be to either cannon or collide or fly over. They sit and get the surge because they have the rotate. This is what people used to do with cars, is that they used to sit and greed their positioning because they didn't need to get into zone to get into a good position for surge. They can greed and then rotate in. So if you have natural rotations, you can greed position in to get surge. But we'll see, maybe this greed is what fucks them over. Maybe they choose the wrong spot to fly to and they get fucking rolled for it. So only 100 above. So they need surge. So it's either now they greed their position in even more to get surge. They might get cracked from Skittles and users over there. You gotta be careful of that. Or they get in now and then look for surge once they're in. Obviously, it's easier to get surge on the teams that have to come in rather than being in and then like... Because everyone's more scuffed out here. They're more like, it's like a high risk, high reward. All these teams are going to try to rotate in. So you can get surge off of them when they're rotated, or get in and then hold the ones that are like coming in like that. It's kind of like, it depends on like the style. Peterbot gets cracked. Now they rotate in late. So they shoot in because it fucking bugs out. Now they're in the bottom of Fortress. And really, their only play for Surge are the teams around. Surge is active. They're below. So then it looks like they're going to end up getting fucked by Surge because they didn't have enough tags. And the big difference this game than the last two games is that they didn't look hard at the team on the other side of Collider for Surge. So they didn't look at Skittles and users for any Surge at all. I mean, if anything, Skittles and users tagged them up and left. So if you have an open POI like that, you should be looking for surge. Like it makes sense. So I'd say the downfall so far is not looking for early surge on teams contesting their POI. Because if they hit the slurp truck, they get a little bit of mats. Whoever gets an AR first runs directly on top of that and looks for any early surge on the team that's across that's fighting. and then you know, let's say they get 80 tags or 90, 100 tags on somebody. Maybe they get a kill or some shit. Then Peterbot, and then they all go in their route, and because there's cannons and pads there, you can just do whatever you want. All right, now they're above, but their shield is scuffed. So they need a refresh in terms of, well, that's scary. Why did that happen? What happened? Who was that? Peterbot? Damn. Oh, lagged. I'm guessing he just built out towards Quanti and Larson, who need Surge, and they just fucking tagged them up. I mean, this is scary because if they get cracked, they're gonna get lobbied and end up dying. Surge is gone, but they don't have it for next zone, for sure. Nice. Big kill. Big kill. Unless he's shambles. Either way, it's a nice kill. They low pad. Now they're in. So they do burn the pad, which is... Oh, wait, no. No. How long was my mic muted for? Fuck. No way. If this is muted for the whole time, I'm gonna be fucking tilted. No shot. When did that happen? Come on, talk. Can I turn this on? Okay, that was good there. When did that happen? Contestant. They need a refresh because if either way, it's a nice. I don't know. I don't know when that happened, but it looks like it's good. Wait, maybe it wasn't muted. Oh, it wasn't. Wait, what the fuck? I'm so confused. Okay, whatever. Fuck it. You guys can hear me now, I think. Either way, they just burned the pad because it's better to burn the pad early and survive than to burn it later or like die with it. So use the launch pad / rotates early if you're scuffed rather than dying with it. So I'd be a little bit careful. Like, obviously they do need Surge, so it's kind of bad that they either need to find a team to hop in on, or they need to find a lot more tags. But so far they're pretty scuffed. Because the previous games they didn't really have to worry about Surge because they got that off spawn, so they only had to focus on actually like rotating and positioning. But now they need to rotate position and worry about Surge. This is kind of, I would say, like a little issue with having the IGL being the same person who looks for Surge. I mean, in most cases, it doesn't matter if you get the Surge early. But if you're shambles like this, then you also have to think about, you know, you have to look. Because right now, Peterbot is thinking about where he wants to rotate, you know, how he wants to rotate. And while he's doing that, Bylah might be going for some tags, but he's on controller, so he can't hit long range. So if Bylah was the one thinking about the rotate, then Peterbot would be able to focus purely on Surge. So if they're double keyboard, they would be able to do that. But I'm only talking like really long range. Obviously, Bylah can annihilate Scented from this distance with an AUG. They should get to that fight in ASAP. Try to fight whoever's over here. They don't even need to fight it. Well, they do. They need the fucking... They need shield bad, or they're down. 86 above, so they need to find tags on somebody. A lot of fighting over here. Blocked off by metal. Gets cracked. No shield. Surge was the main problem in this game, 100%. That's because they didn't get it on Skittles and users early. So these guys are getting ticked. So that's good. I think Aviv and Gold are getting ticked, or maybe it's Melito and I can't say that. Okay, so someone's getting ticked over there. Rotate is scuffed. Someone does pad over there though. Of course it lags. Where'd the pad go? Yeah, they're fucked. Another lobby there to die here. That's it. So I'd say honestly, the big thing is that they didn't get their surge early this game. Every other game they played, they got their surge super early. So that's really just fucked them. They didn't get surge, then they had to focus on surge rather than positioning, and then that's why they went down. So we'll see if next game they end up actually playing for surge and getting their surge from the team that's contesting the other side. I guess like I don't think Sinetto and I don't think the other guy's name. I guess they didn't contest on that side, but you can still look for tags, especially with having the slurp truck and everything. Like they have to take longer on this side of Collider to heal than the team than Peterbot and them. So they can easily just base up slurp truck and then look for surge. We're on game 4. Yep, game 4. 6 kills, 4th. Hop in and see if they get their surge this game. So they do pop off. Peterbot pops off very heavily in the end game. We'll see if he became a solo again and kind of see what happens, how he plays the solo again. Skip ahead a bit. Let's see if they do get their early surge. So they landed. There's a ranger. He could be up there right now going for tags. Like, is there any tags up here right now? Like, if he's based up here, he could be tagging these guys right now. Even like, he doesn't even need to go for the slurp truck off rip. He could be right here, get an AR, and just be looking here for any eliminations, any tags, anything. Like, Skittles and users could be tagged, and those guys, they're already dead. But if they were fighting here, you could have tagged them up for a bit. Even even leaving with like 60 to like 80 damage is fine, because you're gonna get like a bunch of 30 tags and everywhere with the Mythic Og. Especially if he gets a dink with a ranger, that's like fucking 50 damage. So I think they're just gonna loot up. Sinetto is still alive over there. He didn't scan that time, which is interesting, because if he scanned, then he would have recognized that Sinetto was, I hope I'm saying this guy's name right, is a solo. I don't think I've seen any tags yet from either side. He gets tagged again. Do they have the AUG yet? Yeah, they do. They rotating out for a spot right now. Nope. I mean, he could be looking right now for his early surge. Maybe they bank like really hard on just basing up right here on Collider and getting all their surge, but missed many of chances for early surge, like tons of chances. This Bylah must have heard fighting, that's why he was running over there. Now they're gonna get their metal here together probably. Let's zoom by. See if anything happens. I mean, there's, oh, he's getting tagged up a bit. I don't know if he has much surge at all right now, honestly. And Peterbot is looking for surge. Let's go up here and watch him. Do you think people VOD reviewed and recognized that Peterbot and Bylah have the mythic and they base up here every single time? Because now there's a lot less people over here around them. Where did Duke and Jamper land? Wow, that's disgusting. I guess that's their plan, is that they, I mean, it does make sense. You base it there, you get surge on everyone around you, but like it doesn't always work out. Like, and that's where the early surge comes in. It's almost like a cushion. You get your surge early, even like a few tags, so that way if you do miss out on a lot of surge when you're based up like this, you still have like already like a foundation to build off of. So zone pulls a little bit down. And this place is always like, there's always like never anyone over here. Like there's like team space up here and here, and that's really it. But they do, I think there's a cannon nearby they can shoot off with. We'll see. I mean, it's probably going to be, there probably is like a, yeah, there's a pad there they can just take. Probably a cannon somewhere they can shoot as well, I'm guessing. That cannon's a little far. Maybe they pad. But if you didn't have any rotates, this is just, again, another line of sight. You see people here, so the best bet would probably get to this tower here. And then either, it's kind of crazy. We can kind of see these builds and kind of gather an idea. So either, it looks like that this team was either running away from here and building off, or they were blocking and they're over here. Maybe, and that's what the builds were, because they're blocking off Haji and Suscript, and then this team was running this way to get up. So there could be a team up there, so the play might be to break line of sight, get to this tower, get over here, build a bit because you don't know if anyone's here, and then use these builds already to get more in zone maybe, or they just pad, and that's if they don't have rotates. Now there isn't a cannon over here either. So other than that, I think if they ran straight across here, that's scuffed. Unless they run here, get metal, like refarm, build a bit, run to this God Rock, build on the God Rock, and then use the trees to break more line of sight and get in. But be careful of the bushes, because someone could be in there fucking bush camping. That would be the play if it was no pads, like no pads, no rotates here. But I'm assuming they're just going to fucking pad it. Or they're just going to run in and sit here, which they might do. So far, it's been a lot of just using the rotates up from Collider to sit and get a fuck ton of surge and then just leave. So they're 250 above. They can still get tons of surge on people because they have that pad right below them. Yeah, and what? 10 more people, so we need to go down 8 now. If they just get edge, it's fine. They still need surge. Oh, these guys getting griefed by the fucking NPC. Dear God. So just rotates. Second, this is third zone or second zone? Second. It was. Yes. Close second is just rotate edge. Which, I mean, it ends up working for them because obviously they pop off. So I'm guessing any pushes like that kind of tells you that this team needs surge. Are they on the same team? Okay, they are. They're just shooting a bit. Yeah, 46 below. So when a team is keying you that needs surge, it's either you let surge kill them, or you fight them when they're kind of like healing up and getting ticked. But the issue is that if Duke or Jamper hits a shot on you and puts them above surge, then they're not going to fight you. So you want their loot, obviously, because you let them get ticked, you let them greed and make stupid choices, and then you fucking pick up the kills when they're trying to key you, like this. Because they have to get in. Boom, easy kill on Duke. And then Jamper is also low wherever he is. That's probably another kill, or does, oh, I guess Jamper makes out. Or someone else probably kills him. It's kind of scary because now your team is getting fucking sprayed because everyone hears the fighting. His Jamper makes it out. Let's write that down. If a team needs Surge near you, let Surge force them to play super aggro and make a mistake. Don't force the solo. So if they were getting fucking cracked and lasered, so they weren't like, let's fucking kill the shit out of Jamper. They were like, okay, let's just chill and heal up and fucking, we don't need to actually key Jamper. We can just take the first body and be on our way. Don't force killing a solo if it puts you in a bad position. Unless you really need it. I mean, if they had no mats right now and they really needed that, then they might have to hop in on Jamper. And then they just build in on the God Rock, and they can just sit here. They can sit edge. I mean, they don't need to go center. They do have a pad, and they have their Surge, so it doesn't really matter where they rotate. If they didn't have a pad, obviously it's better to get deeper in, or be on a spot like high up on congested side, so you could find a pad off of someone else. They're pretty much like a lot of the teams are fucking everywhere, honestly. It's hard to tell what even would be. I guess this would be kind of, I mean, this is like fucking, would be split like this, hot side, dead side, I guess. So let's look at this rotate. If you didn't have a pad, where's our boy at? Fuck, I have no idea where they are. The fuck are they? They're over here somewhere, right? Beauty, there they are. Alright, this is the notepad rotate. Honestly, it's fucking scary. This is very scary if you don't have a pad. It's either you pray to God one of these two souls here have a pad and you recycle off of them. Or maybe you run, you build on this God Rock here, you block off from Suscript and Haji. Then you can either A, break a line of sight using the builds already here, or you break line of sight by going around to the house here, but you're going to have to build off everyone on this side as well. So it might be better to even just try your best to get like under them like this. And then it's either maybe they have a pad and you pad off them, or you can even just like base up. Like once you get over this hill, you're fucking chilling. Once you get over the hill, there's a fuck ton of materials here. And if you can push it and get like keep going, fucking try to get somewhere in. Like anywhere around here would be good. Even building up here, you get a little bit of metal. You can refarm a bit of, but you get. So the rotate would be probably here. Fucking base up on these rocks. Chill a bit. Maybe you heal up if you can. I mean, I think that's what Scented and Cold are doing right now. They're trying to fucking cut through like that. But here, and then rotate through, and then tag these guys a bit. Tell them to fuck off. They're tagging you. Get down the mountain. You can build here again if you have to heal, refarm, and then bust ass in like that. Now, Scented and Cold are kind of fucking it up because they're taking that right now. So if you don't tag them and you just let them follow or go, then you let them build you in. Or you do tag them. You just tag them a little bit, like hey, fuck you. Because if you knock Cold like right here and you go for the body, then these guys are gonna fucking spray your shit out of you. So it's probably best just to tag them a bit, get them to build a lot. Like maybe you don't even try to tag them. Like you just shoot around them so they're fucking tarping. And they're like completely building you in. And then you just fucking follow it. You're chilling. But we'll see what they do. I mean, they do have a pad, so they can pad this if they want. But yeah, Scented and Cold are doing exactly what I just said. Look at me go. Sven who? Oh, they're actually going left. I guess like in hindsight, they don't know that someone's not here. They might think someone's here, and if you cut across like that, that's kind of scary. So I guess it does make sense to pull off like this, and Peterbot and Bylah are just following them, which makes sense. I mean, the goal would be for them to probably to cut in now, because if teams are here, then that's scary. But let's just do a little droney. But Cold and Scented are like, yeah, we're not going. You guys have to do the rotate. So they're basically just holding hands together right now and walking in. they fighting? No way. Come on, boys. Get in. Oh, I guess Cole just, or Senta just got cracked, so it makes sense. But let's write that down. Rotate to break LOS. Use old builds, like houses. Let someone else build in for you. Or you pad. I mean, the downside, and I see a lot of teams die to this, is that if they just sat in the back and waited for whatever teams around them to pad in, and they don't have a pad and you don't have a plan, it's like just like fuck it. Like I hope to God they have a pad, and if they don't have a pad, then you're fucked. Like that's kind of like where it gets kind of shambles, because it's like you're kind of hinging your entire plan on the team around you. And sometimes like they might decide to tank storm a bit to pad just to fuck you over. So it's like you don't want to have your whole plan hinge on if they have a pad or not. Like you want to know how to rotate in without having rotates. Because not having a pad doesn't mean the game's fucked. Did they get zone? I think they did. Where are they at? To where the fucking map? Yeah, they got zone. Chilling. So right now it's just be trying to find teams nearby that might need surge, people that are rotating in, just so you're aware enough. I mean, they know that Scented and Cold are below them, and they do want to kind of block them off, because if they need surge, then it makes sense for Scented and Cold to fight Peterbot and Bylah right now. Or if they don't want to fight, then they look around for surge somewhere else. I swear it always lags at the worst fucking time possible. So someone just got a tag or they're just chilling. But they don't have much materials, so they don't really need to peek so much. Unless it's like free fucking surge, they see a tag or something. So I guess when they pull half, they just fucking chill. Pull half on low ground. If you have surge. What, like minimal peeking? Just chilling. Seems like that Peterbot is just gathering information right now. He's not really like actually doing anything. Like obviously free kills, he might look over here, he heard fighting, like, oh, let's look over here, someone just got knocked. But they're mainly just like jumping up and looking around in the cone for any information that he might be able to use on the next rotate. So let's do again, if you don't have a pad. Okay, come on, mouse. So where are they at? Where are you boys at? This is scary. Again, if you don't have a pad. Could go early. I mean, this looks like no one's in it just because it is open like this. So if you were able to maybe base up a bit and see that the tops are open, then you can probably figure out that no one's in this. Which means that there's probably someone above here and there's no one over here in that because that's in storm. So you really have to worry about anybody else that is on your right here. Fuck. Or anybody, or that team that's up top there and any teams that above. Especially these guys are open and they're looking. So maybe you wait a bit until they look somewhere else and then you go. But to run it, it would probably be to run up here, break into here and build, or go around, and probably break in would be best. So you can use these metal walls. So you break in, you rat in like this. Now, oh wait, zone pulls this way. Fuck me. Ignore the I just said. But I guess if zone pulls that way, then you would be able to do something like that, and it's just breaking line of sight and going. But it pulls this way, which would work the same thing. Go up here, build a bit, and now you can get the front side here, build people off, and then you just fucking keep working your way in front side. Does it go over any of their old builds? It might. I don't know if they were here. I can't remember. But I mean, yeah, this isn't that bad. You just be fucking sprinting and building and praying to God you don't get sprayed. But they do have a pad, so they can just chill. And either pad in late and get deeper into zone so they don't have to do. Wait, this isn't fucking Peterbot. We'll see what they do. That was smart. So he was just watching this because he knew there was a team there, and that team didn't run to get the pad. So good chances are that they have a pad and they're going to place it. So don't greed for a recycle if you're gonna get fucked. 7 below. They need to land ASAP and get surge. What happened to Bylah? He's fine. 42 below. They need to look for surge ASAP. So if you're flying and you just pad and you're down on surge, you have to drop, especially in what, 14 have to die. You need to look for surge ASAP. So they do get it at some point. It just lags and we don't get to see it. We'll see how Peterbot. I think Peterbot's the next one that gets a kill. Yep. So pulls this way, using the wood for a bit. If you can, you want to use the wood. I mean, it's always better to burn the wood a little bit early. So front side and look back. I mean, we've already mentioned that before. Good way to get surge. Good way to get kills. The roller comes and delivers a fucking care package here. Pretty sure they're fucking. Oh, it's just good layer changing. Not really much to talk about. It's just recognizing where people are and switching the layers. Need a refresh and saw a chance to hop in. Wow. Okay. That was quick. That kill was. That was just recognizing when players are healing around you and phasing in. Only have wood, I think, so you don't want to be second height only on wood because you're gonna get focused. And they go for a pre-edit play, and that's easy, easy, easy. Pre-edit plays. So that was a quick play to decide to go to pre-edit. They have the teamwork to quickly go for a pre-edit play in or during Endgame. So the comms there were like, oh, we can pre-edit these guys. Peterbot does it in a fucking second, runs on over and does it. But maybe Peterbot like he goes, oh, let's pre-edit, and then Bylah has to recognize that he's going for a pre-edit, even if he doesn't know where Skittles and users like are actually located. He just has to stay on them and be there in case anything bad happens. So they have the mats to. I mean, they were high up. You don't want to be high up when you only have wood. Low ground's always better, so you always, drop down if you can. Especially if you can tell that you're ahead. Playing low ground's always way better. So, again, he just recognized that Donnie was fucking lasered. Followed him through, had a rough idea on where Donnie would be, and then pushed him. So, being aware enough of where shambles players might be after rotating, if that makes sense. Because Donnie was cracked and he was running in, and Peterbot kind of like deducted where he was based on where he was running in, and then just hopped in based off that. Shoot the cannon, that's smart. You never want to get fucking griefed like that. Walkers comes and gives them a freebie. Either Bylah needs to haul ass to Peterbot, or Peterbot needs to go help him out. I understand the play to run around, but I think it would have been better if they just stuck together on low ground. Fuck, we have to go back a little bit further. The play would have been smart if they owned the wall in front of them, but they didn't. So if they owned this wall, that play would have been fucking genius to run around, but they don't. So Joji takes the wall, and then Peterbot runs around. And while he does that, Joji and Rokane just fucking hop in on Bylah. So I don't know if they calmed that this wall is theirs, but when you guys are low like that, you should definitely stick together. So shambles on low ground, you should stick together no matter what, and calm everything, and calm what is yours / isn't. That was kind of how they died there. I mean, they played really well, so that's good for game 3. Fuck, this is gonna go on forever. Maybe I'll go the first. Maybe I'll do 6 games. That might be better. I'll do 6 games today and then the other 6 tomorrow. That way I'm not here for 9 years. And the upload today would be quicker. All right, we're on game. What game is this? We're on game 4 now. Wait. Game 1, game 2, game 3. 1, game 2, game 3. Oh, fuck. I think we skipped a game by mistake. Did we do the one they won? Game 1. Game 1, game 2. I think we did, yeah. So this is game 4. We missed game 3, which was the one they won. Shit. Let's do that. How did I accidentally miss the game they won? Okay, now this is game 3. So that was game 4 we just did. Or wait, yes. Game 1, game 2. Yeah, that was game 4 we just did, I think. Wait, let me go back because I'm fucking lost now. Love your content, keep grinding. Yo, thank you so much, man. Planning to never stop grinding. What fucking happened? How am I lost? Alright. Game 1 was the second place. We have that. Game 2, we have that one. Yeah, game 4. Where's the downfall? Oh, yeah. That's game 4. I think... Wait, what the fuck? Game 1, game 2. We missed game 3. That's game 4. And we just did game 5, which was this one. Okay. Okay, I got it. I got it. That's game 5. It's this one. So we have 2 more games. We have game 6, which is here, and game 3, which I missed. Let's do game 3. Alright, good. We're good. So I'll probably have another stream tomorrow then for the last 6 games. Just because I didn't realize it was going to take this long to go through them all. I thought I'd be done by like, I don't know, like 2 hours, but we're slamming through it, so. Let's skip ahead a minute. Hopefully they get early surge this game for game 3, which is the game they won. They're not even off the bus yet. Fuck. Peterbot. Okay, no early kills again. Early game. There we go. Now you're getting some tags off rip. Okay, not really, I guess. Could be tagging them right now. Okay, so at least he's looking. He's looking a bit. Okay, at least he's looking. More actively looking for early search. Okay, now he's grabbing that. Let's see what Bylah's doing. Bylah's just looting. Still fighting over there. Perfect. Now they're getting some tags on them early. Yo, Dwazi FN with the subscribe. Yo, thank you so much for the prime, man. Holy shit. Honestly, thank you. Thank you, man. You'd have to do that. Holy shit. Thank you so much for the prime, dude. Let's go. Now I'm hyped. I'm about to go right after FNCS. Maybe if there's a boomer one. But honestly, man, thank you so much. Wow. Now, if we weren't doing a VOD review, I think your name will pop up on this little alert thing here. But we are doing a VOD review, so that's only there for the gameplay stuff. But thank you. Honestly, thank you so much. They did get some early surge. Thank God. That's good. A lot more shooting over there. Way more active on looking for surge, which is good. Now they're in their normal base up. And let's see where the zone starts closing in. We can skip ahead because we know what they're going to do. They're going to take out everyone that's going to be rotating in. Damn, did I not skip far enough ahead? Or can I just not see zone? Can't see zone. Wonderful. Please show me zone. No. Please show me zone. Oh, thank God. Alright, we'll just speed through. First zone closing. Not much happening. Farming up. Getting tags on people. Probably should block that off sooner. Get the slurp truck. Chilling. Tags, let's go. They both have a pad. That's good. So far they've only had, I think, one pad each game, which is a lot better than others. Zone pull is greasy. This is I'm excited to see how they win this game, because this is like probably the worst zone. Anywhere that pulls down like that is probably the worst zone for them, just because like all their rotations won't get them in like that good of a position. Like, at most, they'll get, like, somewhere over here, which is still, like, your on hot side, and all these teams that are already set up are there as well. But they're still greeting for Surge, because they have the natural rotate. We know that's something they do. I don't need to make a little note on it, because they've done it so many times. Jesus, this Mythic Hog is fucking disgusting. 300 above. Chilling. I want to see if they pad or if they're going to cannon. Get cracked a bit. Now those guys are fighting because you grief their existence. Then we pad. Smart to go through tilted. I mean, it makes sense. You don't want to pad this way like that because you don't know if these guys are still established. Plus, a lot of people are going to be established kind of on the edge here. So going through tilted, you can at least run all the way through here and rat around, break line of sight throughout all of the buildings, get to gas station if you want, loop up and around. You have a lot of options on what you want to do here. Plus, I don't know if there's any more cannons in tilted, but if there are, then they can just fucking fire off. Maybe they're going to pad to this cannon and then shoot further. Yeah. They're staying low. Smart. Very smart. They're staying low. So using natural rotations in succession, I think that's the word. Fuck it. So it's like pad. So pad to cannon. Making sure to stay low when cannon / padding to not get lasered. This is smart, okay? They get distance, but they aren't fucking firing off into the air just to get, you know, Kovacs by everyone in the lobby. Now they're already in zone, so they can, if they want, they can base up on clock tower if they wanted to and go all the way at the top. But either way, they have their fucking pickings of what building they want to get into. So I guess the rotate honestly isn't that far south, because it's just launch pad to cannon to zone. And you're in. And then there's another cannon here. Holy shit. And then they cannon again. Wow. But you need to know the spawns, obviously, and have a plan. So I'd imagine they do have a plan for how they're going to rotate all the zones. It was sit, get surge, launch pad to cannon to a little bit in tilted, run ahead, farm up a bit, cannon to deeper. That's kind of something you can do if you're one of these POIs as well nearby. Like the shifty team could do that. They could cannon, and just follow them through and use the rotates like that. It'd be easier if the rotates weren't something like where one team could use it. Like if it was a wind tunnel, then more people could do it. Now they're in, they can sit. Let's look at the rotate if they don't have a pad, because that is important. They do have 2 pads, but it's important to know how to rotate it if you don't. especially because we don't know what next season is going to be. We could have absolutely no rotates. So the team right above them, that's definitely scary in terms of rotating. So you probably have to wait till they leave. Which, oh, there's a watering hole. I didn't even know that was here. So far, honestly, all the rotates they've done have just been using the natural rotates on the map. So yeah, they're just going to use that. But let's say that's not in the game. And that these guys have already left. And zone pulls like this. Few options. I guess you could go up and over. Chill over here. Maybe you build in until here. Kind of get... Oh, it's kind of scary with all the people here. Might be better just to swing left. Like you go here, you base up, God Rock, you sit a bit, you wait till these guys are shooting someone else. Run, 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 run. God Rock, you sit, you wait, build, 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 build. And now you try to enter from either over here, you break line of sight, run, 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 run. Maybe you get to like... Is there any more rocks around here? Maybe you get to like right here. One person builds a brick base, this guy grabs all the rocks, and now you're here. Obviously, you need to have surge because you're dead center here, and you can only tag people that are rotating in. So if you don't have surge, then it might be better to base up like somewhere a bit more on the edge. Maybe like over here. We have to break these trees too. But they're just going to hit that fucking hole that I didn't even know was there. Or I guess one of them will. I don't know if that was intended or not. I don't think it was. But it's smart to go early because they do have the Augs. So anyone else that wants to hit that hole there and fly in, they can hold if they wanted to. And because of that, because of all the rotates they just used to get there, they're fucking chilling. They're literally dead center now. They can build a fucking giant base. So honestly, not much this game to talk about. It was really just using the natural rotates to get in. I mean, they got some of their surge early as well. They were more actively at least looking for it. And a lot of it's you just get in and look back at everyone that's going to do what you did. I guess in this team, because Peterbot's just a fucking demon with his aim, they are able to just kind of, like I've been saying, greed their position and like not really look for focal length. I don't even know what the fuck that means. But not really look for their surge because Peterbot can just get the surge because his aim's fucking unreal. So just a note with all the fighting we have here. Let's go back. So you can just hear all of the fighting that's going on this way. You can just see it either. There's so many teams over here that are going to be fighting. We hear a fuck ton of fighting over here. And if we look over here, I'm not sure if you can hear it, but there's also a fuck ton of teams over here. So you at least, like, obviously the best choices for them for surge, if they needed, was to look on this side over here. All these teams that are fighting. Maybe you crack this one, knock him. They key for that, you tag them while they're fighting, some shit like that, whatever might happen. But either way, they have the option to kind of focus on whatever side is going to be fucking getting lasered. And if they do need to look for a refresh later, whether they need to hop into a box or whatever, they know that if they find a team that is low ground on one of these two sides over here, so on the right or the left, probably the right because it's closer, so not these guys that are close to them, or especially not Dubs and Mega, because that means that because it's already hard built, they've been there, which means they've probably rotated early, but the guys that are like everything's just building, which means that they're late rotating, probably low on heals, low on materials, they're probably below on surge. So it is an option to look for a refresh. So if they were looking for someone to hop in on, I mean, this is free surge over here. Jim's not even looking at them, but these guys would be nice because they just built. I mean, good chances they're going to be a little bit low. Oh, these are not the guys I want. I mean, Fable Taco just went down, actually. But all these people have to get in. I mean, those guys over there are going to be shambles. So if you watch to see where they land, so you have an idea, like, look, he's fucking... Everyone over there is fucked. So if you want to get there and you needed to hop in and fight, like, these guys are going to fight. They're so shambles. So maybe recognizing teams nearby that have been in a poor position, which means that the good chances they're going to continue being in a bad position, or that appear shambles. I guess that's the same thing. Do they get half? I think they do. Wait. Yeah, they got edge half, which is fucking very nice. Good trade there. I mean, if you're any of these teams, I don't know like how loud or how like the difference between the mythic and the normal is. If there's like a very distinct sound, then you don't want to be fucking popping it open. Especially if you know that Peterbot's the one that has it. You're like, yeah, I do not want to be doing that. Someone's carrying in. Must be nice. So they aren't really open in here. I think that's smart because if you remember, I just had a big talk about it. All those teams that are shambles are going to be entering from their side. And they're already, you know, fighting shambles, getting cracked. Peter's cracked like fucking 9 of them. So they're all like kind of like, we need to hop in and we need to fight. So if you pop your metal shit open, it's going to, first off, it's going to take a while to heal back up to full. So you're going to be sitting there fucking holding it, waiting for heal, while you have all these like kill hungry, thirsty fucking, I need to refresh kids over here who are going to dive into your box. So if you don't need to, don't do it. Especially when majority of the lobby is on the other side and you know that they're kind of shambles. I'm gonna grab a drink after this game. So I think they still have 2 pads. Yeah, they do. A lot of fighting below them. Looking for any angles, grabbing some pieces. So this is safe to look because you're looking down and you already have like the full built walls around you. But looking like horizontally, fucking scary. I would only do it if you needed to. Looking down is fine because you already have a bunch of stuff. This is honestly was their game to win. I honestly think I take back everything I say about a south zone. South zone might even be easier for them to rotate because they get all these like boom, 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 and then they're here. But they get moving. They got half and they got moving. So the Fortnite gods are giving them this win, and they still have so much materials. 2 pads, 100%. They get a kill, so they look back. They get moving, so they can look back at everyone that has to rotate in. I already have shit open. This is just in case someone runs by like this. So I guess that's an option if you're front side moving. Create a pre-box. Box/open edits to find tags/eliminations. Take the kill on Thatch. And then Bylah goes and get it, and Peterbot should kind of assist them a bit, just in case. Now they're gonna wait and probably just pad. So they have the pad to bail them out. They don't need to really keep going to get all the way to front side, because they do have the pad to bail them out. So it's gonna be land. They're in zone. Again, he tanks zone a bit just to get a good position, I think. I think they're in. Yep. Not really looking for anything. Zone does pull. Finds a place to pad. Takes height. Nice. Not sure if the plan was to take height on backside, or if it just happened because they just were like, oh fuck it, let's go for height. But either way, it's pad in on height from backside. I'm not sure if it didn't look like Peterbot actively looked at height and was like, let's fucking do it. Unless he was just in the box and was like, fuck it, let's do it. What do we got to lose? Now they're on height, so we get to kind of see how they play height. Looks like Bylah, Tarp's ahead. Peterbot is 1,000 fucking layers above. Never mind, they're both on together in the same layer. Going down, always connected whenever you can. If you play height, you have to play with rotate, like your builds have to be able to rotate, because going down with the ramps like that is like so important for connecting. So if you are going to play height, turn, like, make sure you have a comfortable bind to rotate builds. Utilize rotated ramps. Go back to they actually don't really get much kills. I don't know if Peterbot gets knocked here or if he knocks somebody. They don't really have an SMG, which is kind of like I think honestly pretty bad, on height if you don't have an SMG. Like, obviously you can't really spray people the same way you could. You do have the mythic, but they it looks like they're, oh, I guess Bylah has a fuck ton of AR ammo. But having an SMG is just way better. It's way easier to stop people going for height. It's way easier to play height. So if you are a height team, at least one person should have an SMG. Goes all the way across. Don't think they can get that. They're just constantly pressuring. I mean, that's pretty basic. Constantly pressuring second height / teams that look shambles. Free kills on height if you just constantly look back. They have the whites, so you can go down, tank, grab, run back up. Bylah should be watching them. Nice. So if you have whites, tank storm, and look for materials in storm. Wait on height. But when you do that, teammate has to watch in case someone looks to shoot. Like, so Bylah should be looking at him just in case fucking, I don't know, someone pops out and fucking tags him or some shit. Now they got more whites. I didn't see if there was an SMG in there, but probably connect to the bridge, maybe. They'd be able to, like, the pressure. They'd have so many more kills right now in height if they had an SMG. Like, they're getting kills, but like, ooh, you're spraying with a nog. This is free. Kind of scuffed being on wood. I guess most teams went under, so you just focus the guy who's above. This is free. Giving Peterbot all the whites. Bylah goes down and pops off. Peterbot should try to support him a little bit as much as he can if they are going to drop down. Bank and elite go up. Bank's low. Oof. That's why we love the drum. Not really much here to say. Bank needs, is that Bank or elite? I can't tell with his name. Elite. Psycho play the jump down. Holy, but he almost wanted to. That would have been wild. Alright, honestly, not really much to say about game 3. It was just, I say main reason why they won it is just because they just used all the natural rotates to fucking get into a godly position. Still have 2 pads, fuck ton of mats. And then they just fucking kept pulling zone. They pulled zone twice as well. So this is the last one, and then I'm going to stream again tomorrow. Right after this, I'm going to upload this entire stream onto YouTube. So it's going to be probably about 2.5 hours long. The VOD will be up in Twitch as well, so you can watch it there if you want, or watch it on YouTube, doesn't matter. It would help me if you watched it on YouTube though, because then it gives me watch hours and views. So do that if you're in here. Got to grab a drink. I grab a drink while they fucking fly in. Alrighty, turn the webcam back on. While we're here, let me actually check Fortnite tracker because I'm curious to see if is there a cash cup today? Is the finals today? I want to see how Blake and Tahi do. Oh wow, yeah, it is 4 hours. Look at that. Aussie's probably live right now watching fucking EU. So thank you everyone that's here instead of watching fucking Aussie. Alright, so we don't see any kills early. I didn't see what they got. I think they got like 4th or something. Like 6 kills or 4 kills, something like that. Not really looking for any early surge. So not looking for early surge on the team. Just doing their routes, yada yada, first zone. They're in a fine position. Honestly, I don't even know if this would be the best zone for them to base up at. Because usually they base up right here. So like what happens is they base up here. Tilted team gets this hill. Maybe someone with the combi split, Fable Taco, Golden, they get somewhere over here. And then these guys are going to zone off anybody that's going to be rotating in like this. No one's going to want to run through them just so they can get surge. So I'm curious to see if they do decide to position here for surge or if they go in deeper because of this zone. Maybe they go here, maybe they stay here and they just build fucking high up. Build super high up. Maybe they tag teams that are trying to go on the bridge right now. Still have a slurp truck, so they can do whatever they want. Kind of getting crazy with the position in here. I think they knew these guys were fighting. They're just trying to yoink shit. Looks like they're just trying to yoink shit. Got one pad, fuck ton of splashes. So much whites. They can make so many storm plays. And they base up on sniper tower when the zone's like this, which makes more sense. Basing up here wouldn't have been that good. So basing up on natural elevation that has a better vantage point on teams rotated. Because every other game so far they've based up right here and tagged all the teams coming in, but now they base up on the sniper tower here. Which makes sense. I might make the bottom of it kind of hard mats. And I'd be scared that Bylah is going to get a look at. They claim this pad. There's going to be 3 pads. What music am I hearing? Okay, I guess it's some shit must be happening here because I'm hearing like fucking. Oh, there he is. They're fighting the bot. Getting griefed by the bot. Yeah, Bylah just got fucking cracked. That guy's a goat. What the fuck? It is not worth to kill that guy. Holy shit. No wonder why they haven't. Alright, I don't think they have much surge at all. Because they couldn't really look for surge there because the bot was fucking pissing on them. I think the only surge they have is Peterbot tagging Pledge and Teo so far. But this rotates pretty free. I mean, you're here, you're just looking around to see who's around you. You see someone's here. Fucking sprint down here. You can go in the house and hug Coney if you want, or you can just loop around down here if you wanted to. Get to here, base up, see what's popping, see if you can go even farther. Go here if you want, base up. Chill here for a bit, see what's happening, see if you want to get in any deeper, and you just keep going like that. Get to like here or somewhere else where you can fucking shoot some people, break some of these trees. Only if fireflies are in the game, then you would throw fireflies here and then keep going. We'll see what they do. Maybe they do something completely different and I'm wrong. I mean, I think there's a cannon on this side, so they can just shoot it. But that whole spiel is if they didn't have any rotates. But usually it's you sit back a bit, free farm, get all the extra heals and shit, and then they rotate is what has been happening. Yeah. It's crazy how long, like, how much this POI gives them. Like, it gives them rotates, it gives them a fuck ton of materials, it gives them so much heals and slurp. They have 2 slurp trucks. They can exchange surge for so long. Like, that's wild. And they're below because they had to fucking fight that NPC for 20 minutes. 10 above. So then now they need to. This is where you might greed some of your positioning for some surge. Follow teams and try to crack them. I mean, if they did what I said, they might be somewhere like over here right now. Either way, I mean, it's not a lot of 84 people. Where the fuck are they? Oh, they're all over here. So maybe that wouldn't have even have been the play to go over here, because there's like no one here. Like everyone's over here, but maybe it would have been if they got there early enough. I guess we'll see. Base up in Coney and tag all the teams that are going for the fucking deadside rotate. Zone pulls. Definitely a little scary. I would not go anywhere down here. All those teams. Maybe you just try to here under the bridge, something like this. Try to get to this house because you're gonna get zoned off from those 2 guys. Redeemed. Pick my skin. All right. Not now though. After this. I guess I can play some games after this too. Fuck it. I do have to upload that video. It's gonna take a year. Start typing a skin you want. I have a lot of weird ones, so buckle up. Yeah, tons of people already built in for them, so they have lots of places here to break line of sight to get in. So if they did what I did, they'd be somewhere over here right now, because they would have went up here and then moved into zone. Maybe have been somewhere on the bugle. Somewhere over here. Now they're all the way over here, and this is about to get fucking crazy. Because like I've been mentioning, being like over here where a lot of the teams are, have been fighting and tagging, because they've been tagging so many kids behind them. Now those guys are going to be low on shield, low on ammo, low on fucking whites, low on surge materials, and that being over here is just like fucking dangerous because people are just going to hop in. But if you can wipe them out, like this guy just got cracked, so they know that this guy's cracked over there. And Peterbot should just look up for awareness and shit like that. Look around for whatever he can find. Nice. Those clownberries were clutch. See where zone pulls. Pulls back to bugle. I'm a freak. Fuck. Where are they? Right here. Oh, kind of scary. They're fucking high above. It's good to listen, kind of see who's around you that's being ticked. So when surge is active, look for teams being ticked. Fuck, I meant to pause it. Whatever, wait to see what they do. Just low pad? Yeah. They have a lot of pads. So they still have another pad, so they can use this one early and then pop the next one. Not much to talk about yet. Nice. That's nice. Now they're below. Jesus. Auto fight in there. I'd shoot that a bit, maybe. Damn. Rokane just got fucking shit on. An aim duel and a half. Unlucky for Rokane. But that gave Peterbot and Bylah all their surge. And they still have a lot of heals. I mean, fucking 13 chugs, 9 minis, fuck ton of flops. That's free kills. Damn, so much surge right there. Just look there. Look down there. Oh, they get half? Do they get half? That's pretty close. I mean, that's a free rotate. They just fucking run in and they're in. Don't think they pad this. They're literally fucking... No, they're literally on it. I mean, they don't need to look for anything. I mean, Bylah's a little bit low on materials, so if there's anything free, you can always grab it. But they're kind of chilling in terms of heals, and ammo's a little low. But if they find an SMG somewhere, then they're chilling, because I'm sure they have a lot of light. Zone pulls fucking... it's like up and over. That's gross. Into a pond. Alright, let's go back and check out the rotate if you didn't have materials. That would hide, or if you didn't have pads, sorry. Definitely, this one would be a really, really good one to recycle here, just because you're fucking straight across and up, and all these spider webs won't help you either. They're just gonna, these are 100% gonna grief somebody. Someone's gonna hit these and fucking launch their ass back into the storm. But it goes kind of like up, and then back down, and then fucking a little bit into Sanctuary as well. So this is about to be a crazy zone. There are a lot of builds here, but they're just kind of good. But it also does mean you have to go a little bit higher as well. These guys are chilling too. Where are our boys at? So I think looking for a recycle, if you didn't have a pad, would definitely be recommended. But if you had to run it in, I mean, this is fucking scuff central. I'm trying to think what side looks fucking worse. Maybe you build, you swing hard right around, build. You get to this rock, it's broken a bit. Then now you kind of have like a free-ish rotate down like here. Now you're kind of on this side, so you can build into here. Keep going. Just build off your right because you don't, or your left because you don't have to build your right. And keep going like that. That might be the play, because the left just looks fucking terrifying. Like going through here. And going under is also scary. So I think that honestly might be the play, is to swing right. Now I don't know if you would leave early or you leave when it starts moving. Because if you leave when it starts moving, you're going to have to fucking go straight at it. You leave early, you might get lobbied. I don't know. It's interesting. One of those might be the place if you didn't have a pad. And if there weren't pads in the game. But either way, they should have that plan. Like, okay, we go right if no one pads around us. And they're splitting whites, which is a good thing because they might have to tank storm a bit. So that's a good thing to do early on, is just to split up your whites before you start tanking zone for when you're looking for a pad. When looking for a pad, split your whites if you can. Okay, how do I get to a lead? Where are they at? There they are. Yeah, of course they have the pad. They can just pad themselves. They got fucking annihilated for it though. Holy. Still in a really good position. I guess the downside of going down there was that if it pulled back up the other way, you're kind of fucked. But either way, they have all these builds to use, and they're able to get frontside pretty easily from that pad. They are below in surge, but again, if you have the resources, surge and movement isn't that hard because everyone's fucking shambles and scared, and there's teams everywhere. I mean, yeah, look, now they're above. Nice, get themselves a little refresh. So if you did go down, like I said, you would have been kind of fucked if you didn't have a pad because it goes straight back over. But because they position higher up, they aren't kind of fucked by that. So let's put that in, say, position in higher. Position in not at bottoms of hills in case next zone pulls up. Now they do have to start working their way up ASAP. I think that's fucking terrifying to go that way. Jesus, they're fucking far as shit. swing right like that. Where are they? There they are. I guess it's pretty scary. I guess it makes more sense to go here than left. Now that I look at it, unless you got up a bit. I mean, if they like, I guess you don't know. I think right, yeah, right is definitely the play. Get right, and then you can fucking, why am I moving so fucking fast? Then you can run a bit here and get like somewhere over here. Would be nice. Even get up. If you get up and you're like here, that way you can just drop down and go down. Oh, this is, wait, this zone is fucking gross. Oh my god, it goes down, over. Oh, someone's gonna have a refresh of a century here. And then keep going. That's a gross zone, oh my god. But let's see. So they end up running like that perfectly. Now they drop down on low. Pray to God it doesn't go fucking back up. On low. I think the Bylah just get a kill. No, someone is shambles back here. Gets a body. Nice little only siphon. Gotta stay ahead though, because everyone's gonna be fucking shambles central. I would have built off a lot sooner there when you're on low ground like that. You should be claiming the double edits above, so claiming double edits when ahead on low, but also walling off your sides. So they were playing right there like they were the only teams on low ground, and it was like a 2v2, and the other teams were above. But I mean, maybe that's Bylah's job to block off, and he is the fragger. Let's switch to Bylah and see what he was doing. Yeah, they just get fucking hopped in on. I'd be resetting those edits back there. This is a perfect tarp for if Oliver was in that tarp over there. That's a nice old tarp for him. It would have been nice if they could fight that team without exchanging damage, because when it's a 2v2v2, obviously height has the best advantage because they can just fucking rain down on the two teams below. And what you would want to do is either A, get one of the teams to go up and fight height, and then you third party that, or you get the team that's on low ground, you get them in such a shitty position that you just take as little damage as possible. Because now that Bylah's low, I mean, he's gonna need this siphon, but if any bullets rain through from height, it's kind of fucking shambles. So for game 6, let's put when it is 2v2v2, you want to take as little damage as possible. When you're on, like, this is obviously when you're not on height. So let's write that. And you're not on height. That is shambles that there is a solo, like 2 solos still alive. I mean, they know that you're the duo, so you're going to get focused heavily, and yeah, and that's it. Unlucky. I think it's a game scented and cold one. Nice. Alrighty, so this concludes the first stream, games 1 through 6 of Peterbot and Bylah. I'm going to upload the video right now. Are you still in here, Dwanzi FN? If you are, I'll get you to pick me a skin. All right, next time. All good. Yo, thank you everyone for fucking tuning in. Honestly, I'm gonna upload this on YouTube right now. Start the upload process. Get that shit popping. Thanks for all the follows. Like 3 follows and like that sub by Dwanzi is fucking unreal. Honestly, it means a ton. I'm gonna be live again tomorrow. Check the calendar. I'll tweet it out when I'm gonna be live. But yeah. I might stream again later tonight because this one went really well, but we'll see if I have time. Maybe not though. Yeah, cheers.